Donald Trump's government decided to step up its offensive against Nicolás Maduro, beginning with the deployment of U.S. Southern Command troops on the island of Curaçao, located just 60 kilometers from the Venezuelan coast. The Pentagon's order is clear: maintain a strong military presence in the Caribbean until Maduro is neutralized and captured. This move is not just symbolic, it's strategic. It shows that the pressure against the Chavista regime has entered a decisive stage. Because of its closeness to Venezuela and its central location in the Caribbean routes, Curaçao has become a key point for repositioning U.S. forces. Marines, military equipment, and logistics are being organized on an advanced base there, ready to respond rapidly with an extraction mission or even a full invasion of Venezuela, something that could happen at any moment. U.S. newspapers highlight that the deployment in Curaçao is backed by warships, surveillance aircraft, and even a nuclear submarine. These are prepared to deter any attempt by external allies to support Maduro at sea. This raises the level of U.S. operations in the region and makes it clear that the Trump administration is ready to act without hesitation. The Marines were chosen for this mission in South America because of their ability to adapt to hostile environments and their reputation as one of the fastest, most effective military forces in the world. With training in special operations, urban combat, and unconventional warfare, they bring experience from conflicts in the Middle East and Asia, now applied to Latin America. Equipped with state-of-the-art weapons and vehicles such as the LAV, A-25 armored vehicles, AH-1 Viper helicopters, and M4A1 rifles, the Marines are capable of executing any Venezuelan operation with high impact and speed. Trump's message is clear: there is no longer room for negotiation with Maduro. He has openly declared he will use America's full military and economic power to bring down the Chavista regime. This current movement is only the tip of the iceberg, part of a much larger operation that could escalate at any moment. The U.S. military presence in Curaçao also serves another purpose: training troops in environments similar to Venezuela, preparing them for rapid incursions if the White House gives the order. Each exercise on the island builds more readiness for a possible intervention. While the U.S. repositions its forces, Maduro desperately tries to project strength. But behind the propaganda, his regime is crumbling. Military deserters and disillusioned civilians reveal that the dictator has lost real control of the situation. Meanwhile, the Venezuelan population suffers under a regime with no legitimate support. Nearly 75 people have been killed in just 3 months of protests against Maduro. Maduro has even forced millions of civilians, including the elderly, to take up arms, promising them nothing more than a rifle and a meager monthly wage. In practice, many accept weapons simply to survive the terror imposed by the regime, but silently, they hope for the dictator's fall. This creates an explosive environment where betrayal from within could erupt at any moment. After a long silence, the Brazilian government finally commented on Venezuela, but instead of criticizing Maduro, it criticized U.S. actions. Brazil's foreign minister, Celso Amorim, expressed concern about the growing American military presence in the Caribbean, insisting that non-intervention is fundamental. Meanwhile, Admiral Marcos Sampaio Wen reaffirmed that the historic cooperation between Brazil's Navy and the U.S. Navy guarantees stability, so Brazil's Navy would continue its normal activities without moving troops or ships into the region. One of Trump's measures was blocking maritime routes used for drug trafficking, the main source of funding for the Chavista regime. In parallel, the U.S. announced a multi-million-dollar reward for Maduro's capture, creating internal divisions within his inner circle and raising international pressure. This strategy opened the door for mercenaries and private military companies to directly pursue Maduro, reducing the need for a full U.S. invasion. Venezuela's survival now hangs on a knife's edge. The $15 million bounty for information leading to Maduro's capture not only attracted internal dissidents, but also triggered an international manhunt, forcing Maduro to spend nights hiding in secret bunkers. He promotes thousands of officers to the rank of general, forces elderly citizens to bear arms, jails opponents, and executes anyone who challenges his authority. But all these actions have only fueled more hatred against his rule and accelerated his downfall, whether from U.S. military action or betrayal from within. Sources connected to the Pentagon say the operation is being carried out with strategic patience. It's not a race, but a progressive tightening of the noose around Maduro's regime. For Trump, this is not only about Venezuela's future, but also about demonstrating U.S. power against regimes that challenge its influence in the Americas. Retreat is not an option. It would be unthinkable for Trump to hand over the presidency with Maduro still in power. That is why many believe the Chavista regime will fall once and for all. The next steps of the operation remain secret, but all signs indicate that Maduro is living through his most difficult days. With each new U.S. move, the circle closes tighter, making it clear his time in power is running out. The only question left is, when will the final blow against Nicolás Maduro's regime come? Leave your opinion in the comments and suggest topics for our next videos. And remember, whether on the battlefield or in everyday life, being well prepared makes all the difference. When it comes to personal care, the Philips Multi-Groom Trimmer is the perfect choice. Built with stainless steel blades that protect your skin from irritation, it's designed to last for years without lubrication. With this tool, you can shave, cut your hair, and trim your body hair with ease and safety. Click the link in the description or the pinned comment to get your Philips Multi-Groom at a special discount, plus 6 extra accessories and an exclusive storage stand. You'll always stay updated on the military world. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and check out one of the videos now appearing on your screen.